Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
We should do
What
that
is
every
going
intro.
on, ladies and gentlemen? John and I are here, and we're going to talk and chat. I'm doing the same intro as I did last night on Three Geeks, man. What is going on? How are you today, Jonathan?
All right, but you didn't hear what I said. I think we should do that creepy lean around the logo every episode now. We should do that.
I have been.
I haven't noticed, so there you go. You got one past me. I'm good, man. It's nice weather out. Took a nice walk around the neighborhood this afternoon. Although, as I said to you all, and I'm sure many other people that are listening or watching, I slept way in today because I was on a different time, So, yeah, I got up at what I thought was 10 o'clock and it was 11 o'clock. So I felt a little shame there that I was being a little lazy, but hey, whatever, man.
Well, John, I refuse to follow the man's time change, and it is still only 5 o'clock. And I'm just gonna, in my mind, my work schedule has changed to 8 to 5, so that I'm getting there when the man says I should. But I'm still on the old time.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice out there. We'll have some more sunlight, but it is a little bit of an adjustment. So I hear we have a message here real quick. Justin, can you throw that up there? Yeah, there's the man.
I'm mad at
Daniel
Dan.
Snow.
Dan and I have beef.
Why?
He
What do you have beef?
He posted on Facebook, rest in peace, Ice Cube. It freaked me out. I spent like 20 minutes Googling to find out if Ice Cube had passed on, and he had not. He had not,
Well,
Dan.
Wait a minute. You can't bury this. What under what context, Daniel, were you saying that he had died? Like, I need the story. I need the 411.
He was referring to the ice cubes in his cup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, not cool, Dan. Not cool. I'm just kidding. I have no beef. But the reason it freaked me out is because I saw it earlier that day too from somebody else. So in my mind, I'm like, holy crap, this just really happened? Because I'm not ready for that. It's been an emotional year already.
Well, I will tell you, my father-in-law sent me a text with a really sketchy link claiming that past Pittsburgh Penguin and past NHL superstar Jaromir Jagr had died, and that was not the case. He's 54 years old and still living in Czechia. So, yeah, I was like, huh?
Spell all of those words you just said, John.
Jaromir and Jagr?
Yeah, and what city does he live in?
Czechia.
Yeah,
That's
spell
a
all
country.
that.
Jar. I can do it. Czechia is the old Czech Republic.
You're stalling, John. You are stalling. Just buying time while you Google how to spell the name.
Get out of here. Jaromir.
You're reading.
Czechia.
You are reading.
Czechia. Get out of here.
I saw your shoulders moving as you were typing.
My shoulders are not moving.
Mm-hmm.
And Czechia is Czechi.
Okay, that time you didn't look at the computer, but that first time.
I don't need to. I know. Look, you don't even know who Jaromir Jagr is. So why are you giving me grief?
I didn't even know that was a real place, John.
Chechnya? Yeah, Czechia? Yeah.
Well, we have a doozy of a Mattalk for you guys. But before we get into that, John, what have you been watching, sir?
Oh, I wish we didn't have to do this segment right here. I have not been watching much, dude. I've been very busy with doing lots of interviews and editing and stuff that I really, besides watching like 20-minute like clips on YouTube of old wrestling or home renovations or history short documentaries, I haven't been watching much. I got to be honest with you. I watched a couple more episodes. I'm almost done with season 3 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, but I got a couple more episodes of that to do. I don't know, man. It's just been a busy couple of weeks that I have not dabbled in anything, to be honest with you.
Wow. I do all the editing. I mean, I do editing and interviews too, John. I still manage to watch stuff.
Hey, man.
Full-time job.
Hey, man. Dude, I don't know.
I watch so much. I don't watch as much as I used to, but I still watch so much.
I'm surprised you didn't pick up on, I said, home renovations. Like, I figured you would have picked up on that because I must be honest, it's not renovations. It's like it's like this group, this construction group, this contractors, they go around Detroit and they look at really bad rundown buildings and they try to renovate them. And so they kind of show you what is wrong and what needs to be fixed. Very rarely do they actually show you like a fixed up property that they've had. So, anyways, Dan has another comment for us. Let's hear from Dan.
John doesn't even care what I've been watching. It's fine, John.
Hold on. Googling doesn't work for me, brother. Well, it doesn't work for me either. But you know who it does work for? Mr. Jason Taylor. So what have you been watching, man?
Dude, I've been watching a lot of stuff, but I'm going to take my time for what I've been watching. I want to talk about Robert Carradine because I did not do that last night on 3 Geeks. Robert Carradine, Revenge of the Nerds. I saw that movie when I was 5 years old. I should never have seen that movie when I was 5, but I did. And what did I learn watching that movie is that I wanted to be a nerd, and I became one. I love that franchise. I loved that man, and it's really, really sad that he has passed away. Robert Carradine, rest in peace, sir. Thank you for giving me my trajectory in life.
Is he related to the other Carradines?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I did not know. That's why. Yeah, David, John Carradine, is there John?
There's Keith
Carradine.
I know Keith and David.
I think there's a John too.
Maybe.
I'm thinking. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there's a John. But all right, Nothing else that you've been watching?
Dude, I've been rewatching Veronica Mars. That's been a lot of fun. So 3 Geeks. So one of the goals in my life since we started 11 years ago has been screeners. I've always wanted to get screeners, and we finally have our first studio that we're working with. So we have access now to NBC screeners, and the very first one that we got was Ted season 2. Our login was messed up, so we only had it the day before. So there's a lot of rushing to get everything out in time, but I'm really glad that our first screener was Ted season 2. You guys can go check out our interviews and all of the shorts I recorded. But I'm glad, man. I'm so happy. And next week we're doing a horror movie that we have a screener to that comes out in theaters on Friday. It's called Scared to Death. And it's cool. It's been really interesting year, especially the last 2 to 3 months.
Cool deal. All right. Well, then, are you ready to talk about Matlock?
Yes, John, but I have a question for you first. Okay. Why does Ben Matlock look like this through most of the episode?
I don't know. That's a very good question. In fact,
right? He's Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah. There's a resemblance there. All right.
It took me out of the episode a moment.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it here. Let's get into our opening statements. The name of the episode is The Obsession, and the original air date is April 1st, 1993. Guest stars, we have a really big one. Vivica A. Fox will be playing the role of celebrity patient at the clinic.
It sounds like she's not in it a lot by that description of name, but she's actually in the episode quite a bit.
Right, exactly, because I was like, oh, she's going to be in here for 2 minutes, and that's it. Anyways. You may know her from her various, he has over 230 some odd credits, but here's just a few. Vernita Green in Kill Bill Volume 1, Misbehaving in Batman and Robin, Jasmine Dubrow in Independence Day, True to the Game franchise as Shug, I believe is how it's pronounced, Candace on Empire, and then in all these movies that I've never heard of, the wrong movies she were in, like The Wrong Fiance, The Wrong Husband, The Wrong whatever. Like, I assume that they're kind of, and she has a fair amount of Hallmark movies too for the holidays. So very well known. Vivica A. Fox, again, maybe she goes on that long list of accomplished guest stars that we've had on Matlock.
John, we have breaking news, and I'm going to talk about it here real quick. Jennifer Runyon from Ghostbusters has passed away.
Who was she in Ghostbusters?
At the beginning of the movie, when Bill Murray's character is electrocuting her boyfriend, she's the lady like next to him.
Oh, okay. I vaguely remember that. I need. Can you throw a picture up?
Yes, okay, I can.
I'm still drawing a blank on her. Oh, but that's sad.
It's really sad. I really liked her. She popped up in a few things.
Oh,
and for clarity, the scene. Hold on, I can show you the screenshot from the scene. Yeah, that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I vaguely remember. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Rest in peace.
How old was she?
60, 65.
So young? She's young. Yeah. Man.
Yes. It's funny, man. The older you get, the young word applies to a much older age.
Believe that. Justin, do we have another comment? Okay, on my 14th day in a row of work, so I've been watching much minus some wrestling. I've gotten back into gaming, which has been fun. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, I think John Carradine was their dad. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, that would make sense because I think he was an older gentleman, from what I was familiar with.
House arrest, waiting for his trial. That's where he's at.
What, the guy that played Poindexter?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do?
He was accused of some bad stuff, some Epstein files type stuff.
Oh, okay.
But there is some like cloudiness as to whether or not it happened. So until the trial comes on way, I'm going to withhold judgment. But yes, no, he's house arrest awaiting trial.
All right, well, let's talk about our next guest star. I have no idea how to segue from that. So anyways, next up is Mitchell Lawrence as the prosecutor. He was also, you may also know him playing the lawyer in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. He also played Pete Kennelman on Not Necessarily the News. He also played Ben Arnold in Santa Barbara. Mason Stark on The Outer Limits. Elliot Weinstein in Cop Rock, and Mr. Gold on Dawson's Creek. And then he's had several previous appearances on Matlock. He was the same prosecutor just a few episodes ago, Season 7, Episode 2, when the Legacy, which of course had to do with Charlie Matlock. He also played Ned in the episode called The Vendetta, which was Season 3, Episode 7. Where Michelle, Tyler, and Julie were held hostage at the office. And it was the first clip show, I think, that we saw. And then he was also Roger Cullen in The Umpire, Season 2, Episode 15. And that's where they had the softball game that ran amok and somebody was killed with a bat. And so there you go. Mitchell Lawrence certainly definitely got some good roles under his belt. And then let's talk about the last one. Richard. His name is Nicholas Pryor. I was going to call him Richard Pryor, but boy, that would be a totally different Matlock if Richard Pryor was on.
Look at that. The professional mixing up a name. I did that yesterday in an interview. I called a guy named Jim John. I was reading it too, man. It was right in front of me, Jim, but the word John came out of my mouth.
Well, Nicholas Pryor, not Richard Pryor, he plays the role of Dr. Paul Dodge. You may also know him as Charles Warren in Damien the Omen 2. He also played Senator, I think it's Delitzsch, in Collateral Damage. He played Joel's father in Risky Business. He was also D8 male patient in The Hunger Games Mockingjay #1. He played Oznik in The Falcon and Winter Soldier. He also played Marcus Mooney in Constantine, John Callahan in NYPD Blue, and Victor Collins on Port Charles, and over 160 other credits to his name. Now, being a horror connoisseur, what were your thoughts on Damien the Omen 2?
I think that's the one I like the most.
Do you remember Charles Warren, the character?
No, but I think I've only seen them all one time. I don't. The only movie in that franchise I like was the one that that I love was the one that came out a couple years ago, like the first Omen. I like that one a lot. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but the second one was my favorite.
Okay.
Just because there's a moment in the second one where he realizes he's who he is, and he deals with it for a second. I kind of wish that they had focused more on that, but it quickly just turned evil, and that was the movie. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those movies.
Okay. All right. With that, then, Jason, it's time for me to ask you a very important question. Really, the only question that matters. Are you ready to give your opinion, solely your opinion, and only your opinion? So help you?
I do, John. Let's testify.
Let's testify.
You guys should watch John. That's how he dances every day. As he's making dinner, that's how he pours the salt.
All right. The plot of the episode is Ben defends a TV star accused of killing their drug rehab counselor. So our opening scene, it's nighttime in the ATL, and a security guard is watching TV in a rehab facility. And then I put down a patient escapes ? But actually, they don't really escape. What they do is they kind of go down one hallway and then they double back around to avoid the security officer. And so this individual, this patient, I guess you could say, ends up in the pool area in which he strangles and drowns an individual and also puts a necklace in the pool as well and then leaves. And then we start what is only the most bizarre vehicle for telling this tale is we see Ben asleep on the couch. He wakes up and he gathers up his stuff and he hurries out the front door. So right out of the gate, I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here because this kind of is going in reverse, if you will, or it's just a weird storytelling plot line, if you will. What do you think?
I mean, not really going in reverse. It's just that we deal with a lot of dreams and and a lot of this, and it's a really weird episode. It is a really, really weird episode.
Well, we cut to a scene in the courtyard where Leanne is speaking to the clients. One of the clients is, of course, Mr. Landis, Terry, I believe, and a blonde woman who's never introduced, and she's just there because she's pretty, I guess, because that's the only reason why she was there. She did nothing else in this episode. But Paul Dodge walks past them as Ben arrives and has a quick little sidebar with Leanne about his dream, which he thinks the dream is going to be what is going to lead to victory in the Dodge case. So, Paul Dodge, as I mentioned, walks past Ben. And again, Leanne kind of runs down facts. She's like, look, Dodge went down one of the wings, either the east or the west wing, and he has to pass by that security guard, and he'd have to do it a couple of times. So there's no way Dodge did the murder. You know what? Let's see what Dan has to say because Justin says we have another comment from Daniel. Let's hear it. The only thing I remember about the hand to rock the cradle was to Rebecca De Mornay. Yeah, Rebecca De Mornay. A very, 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 very pretty young woman. Indeed. All right, so the necklace is part of the evidence. There's a detective on the stand and claims that the necklace could have been yanked off or could have fallen off the victim. And Ben, in his cross-examination, goes back through his frame job theories, what I'm calling it, is he's claiming that somebody framed his client. So Jason, what do you think so far about this whole courtroom? I had a dream, and this is what is going to come to fruition for Matlock. What do you say?
The lesser known, I have a dream. I thought it was. I don't know, man. I'm kind of like. I don't know. I'm confused, I guess, is the word I'd use at this moment in this episode.
All right. Well, enter Vivica A. Fox. She's the next one to be on the stand. She testifies that Landis was mad about the fact that news stories from this rehab center keep getting leaked to the tabloids, right? And so Dr. Rafferty, who was the victim of the drowning, he was the leak. And so Vivica says that things kind of got a little bit heated between Landis and Rafferty. And so Ben comes for the cross-examination. And again, he's all about that frame job that he's claiming is his theory. And we do get, outside the courtroom, we do get Leanne being quite a bit concerned about her dad, which we're going to see that throughout this episode. And I think that's a highlight, to be honest with you. What say you?
Yeah, I guess.
Sorry, guys. I'm distracted by a cat that wants some attention now. So
yeah, John did not take his Ritalin before the episode.
No. I am not on anything like that. So, anyways, you know how Leanne knows her dad's not feeling good? It's not himself. He passes up a hot dog vendor.
I know, that was fun. That was funny.
That was good. That was very good. So then we cut to a scene where Leanne comes home and she finds Ben asleep on the sofa again. And so Ben says, I'm going to go speak to this security guard, right? Because he's claiming that he never left his post. Well, before Ben can get up off the couch, all of a sudden he collapses and 911 is called. And so we cut to a scene where Ben is in the hospital. Leanne and Ben argue about his health. Luckily, there's no heart ailments, but they don't really know what caused him to faint. All right. So they are going to keep him at the hospital overnight to make sure everything's good.
Which he is unhappy about.
Well, yes, he's very unhappy about. And Ben and Leanne talk about the case. And this is where you talk about the Revenge of the Nerds storyline, if you will. So Ben in this dream is Dr. Dodd. Like, it doesn't make sense, like, what they're doing. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he is. He's the doctor from the episode.
Yeah, but it makes I don't know. It seems really weird. And so both Leanne and I guess we could call him Dodge, they go to the pool. An envelope is given to the guard, and the timestamp on it is the alibi that Dr. Dodge has. And again, because it's time-stamped, Dodge can't just go several times past that guard. So there's something going on there with that, going from I forget if it's the East Wing to the West Wing or vice versa or whatnot. That's the big linchpin for this whole theory of Ben's.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ben wakes to Leanne in the room, and she's like, you got to get this case out of your system, right? And she's talking about how much she's concerned about him. And here's where I wrote, this is a great example of the chemistry between Leanne and Ben. They fantastic, wonderful. Like, I really believe she was very concerned about her father. Well, Cliff arrives at Ben's home, and Cliff has been conned to go undercover at the rehab place thanks to Leanne. We cut to another scene where Vivica A. Fox again is interviewed by Leanne. And again, they talk about how Rafferty was selling out his clients, by giving their dirty laundry to the newspapers. And Cliff, there's a funny scene where actually all of Cliff's stuff is really good. I got to be honest with you, because he's supposedly an addict, and he's like, I'm going to give it away that I'm not an addict. But Leanne's like, you're so fidgety and anxious all the time that it's going to fit right in. And indeed it does. Like, he's admitted to the facility. And then while he's by himself in the doctor's office. He starts snooping and he gets caught. He's like, I'm sorry. And the doctor's like, I expected you to do that because you're an addict, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I dug the storyline with Dodge and Cliff. One thing that Cliff does not enjoy, though, is as he finds out when he goes to his room that the windows and the doors are all locked for, quote, his safety, end quote.
Yeah, he hates that.
He does.
I hate that too, to be locked in a room.
Yeah, same here. I wouldn't like it.
Think about
at
how
all.
relaxing it'd be, though.
Well, I got locked in a bathroom one time at a frat party. Anyways, that's a story for another time. Your reaction is what sold that. I'm like, what? And okay, we're moving on.
It must be why you leave the bathroom open when you have company over.
No, I do not do that. I do not do that at all.
It's awkward, everybody. It's very awkward.
Anyways, Cliff discussed the locked doors with this intern or nurse. I'm not sure what this guy's position is. But Cliff meets with Dr. Dodge, and Dodge believes like everything that Cliff says is wrong with him. Like, oh, my hands are sweaty. Oh, you know, I have a pounding headache. Like every lie he gives him, he believes. And he's assigned a new doctor. However, the intern catches Cliff trying to leave via the emergency exit. And so the emergency exit is going to become very, very crucial to this episode. We cut to a scene where Ben is hanging a picture at home. He's forced to lay down on the sofa. He's told that he has a hiatal hernia, and that's what's causing his problems. But as he's laying on the couch, the phone rings. He answers it. It's Cliff on the other line who feeds him some information about, of course, the clue of the emergency door alarm. So, Jason, at this point, is there anything that you wanted to touch base on real quick?
Not really. I mean, yeah, the Cliff stuff's fine. I'm kind of starting to check out of this episode a little bit at this moment to give a little bit of a spoiler. Maybe not. Maybe I check back in.
We'll have to wait and see.
I'm just thinking I want to go watch Revenge of the Nerds too. It's like what this show has got me doing this entire episode.
Well, we got to another scene where Ben has another dream. He delivers an envelope to the guard. The alarm goes off. The guard goes to check on it. Dodge then slips into the pool, drowns Rafferty, and then Ben awakens. And Leanne is currently getting dinner ready, so he gets dressed and leaves. And he shows up in Dodge's office looking disheveled. And I'm like, Ben, as old as you are, I wouldn't be messing with this guy because he could commit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea. But Ben interviews Dodge and basically says that the alarm has been faulty for weeks now. And so Dodge basically opened the exit either in the east or west wing so that then the security guard would have to go down that hallway and shut it off. Meanwhile, Dodge slips out into the pool area, drowns Rafferty, and slips back unnoticed to his room. And then we got somebody that's going to provide an alibi, and this is Zoe. She is Dodge's alibi because she was in session for most of the night. Okay, first of all, this is not where I thought this was going. I thought that Zoe was going to be romantically linked to Dr. Dodge, and that's why she's lying for him. Because it's later revealed that she says, oh, no, he left for like 20 minutes in the middle of our session. So, like, I was like, why is she lying then at the beginning? Like, she never mentioned that.
I don't know. Maybe because, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have an answer for you. But, man, well, Dr. Dodge would be lucky if he...
He'd get lucky if he what? If Zoe...
No, I'm saying that if he was having a thing with her, like that'd be one lucky guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. You fancied Zoe, didn't you?
I mean, did you see the doc? He'd be very lucky.
Hashtag Doc is ugly. Anyways, Leanne shows up. And Ben's like, I don't know, hon. I think that maybe indeed, Dr. Dodge didn't do it. So Leanne is at the swimming pool in the next scene, and she's with this old man whose name is Sam. He's the chef there, and he tells her about the thermometer because he used to be able to read the old one because it had bigger numbers, but somehow something happened to that one, and he replaced it with this new small one, right? And so he wants to know why it was replaced. And so Leanne rushes back home where Ben is not feeling good, and she's like, I have evidence that Dr. Dodge did it. And so we cut to the courthouse. Dodge is on the stand. He's being questioned about the leaks. Rafferty, it is established, is the leak of all the dirty laundry, and that Dodge had to kill him because his business was going to suffer if indeed the word got out that he was not being confidential with information. Zoe is ready to testify that Dodge left the session, as I mentioned, and Dodge claims that he had to stop by his room to make a phone call. That's why he was gone for like 15 minutes. So Ben runs down his same theory that he's had this entire season, and Sam is ready to testify about the thermometer, and the thermometer was part of the struggle in the fight, and Dodge ran from the swimming pool with the thermometer, and he had to get rid of it. He couldn't just throw it in a garbage can where it would be noticeable. So he kept it. He ran into his room. He threw it underneath his bed, or underneath his mattress, excuse me. And what do we know? We find that there are fibers in the bed or the mattress that contain mercury. And so therefore, Dr. Dodge did the crime. And then we cut to Landis answering some questions outside the courthouse. And then Ben, Leanne, and Cliff all watch him give his spiel. And then Ben buys everybody a hot dog. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is The Obsession. Jason, is there anything you want to mention before we get to our closing statements?
The world's quickest episode of Mattalk, everybody.
I mean, no. Well, I mean, let's go ahead. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into our closing statement.
This is the part of the podcast where John and I will rate the show on a gavel system. 1 gavel means 5 gavels means we absolutely loved it. And all negative 30 gavels, John is buying all of our Mattalk listeners a hot dog. John, what do you rate the episode?
I would gladly do that for all of our viewers to buy them a hot dog. Man, I gave it a 3. It just, I didn't like the dream sequences. I didn't like the unknown characters that were there. Like, for an example, the blonde lady with Terry Landis and Zoe. I didn't dig those. I did think that it was many touching scenes with Leanne and Ben, and I gave Cliff a positive for the way in which they portrayed Cliff being kind of a little bit undercover and being wacky and whatnot. So, Jason, what about you?
I had the episode of 2. Did you get it right?
No, far from that. I thought
right.
You were okay.
I got you right. I'm very
really
happy about that. Yeah,
okay.
But,
well, I said that you gave it a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
Did you watch the same episode I watched? The reason it gets a 2, I almost gave it a 1, is because, like you said, you convinced me the Cliff stuff was pretty good. The stuff with Ben and his daughter was all right. And kudos for trying something different. It just didn't work for me. Yeah, I'm sorry. A 2? Yeah, 2. I'll just stay with 2. A 5.
No, because I thought you were going to find it so delightful that it was so wacky and different that's why you were going to go with a 5.
Justin, I was dancing because I guessed him right.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, Jason, how are things going with the 3 Geeks podcast?
You know, I know Elizabeth is watching us right now, and she has not said hello to us because she sent a little laughing face, but no, like, hi, how are you guys doing today? Elizabeth, we're doing great. We miss you, and we got to get you on again.
Wait a minute. Why are you giving her a hard time? Maybe she's busy. She's busy, man.
I mean, you can say hi.
Oh, come on. Liz, I apologize. The statements made by Jason Taylor do not reflect the...
They do. They reflect the opinions of Mattalk. Anyway, you guys can find me not watching this episode at 3 Geeks Podcast, at 3 Geeks J on all social media. We got so much going on this week. I don't even know where to begin. Guys, just tune in. Every day this week at noon, we have interviews dropping. Saturday at 7, 3 Geeks are live. And yeah, it's going to be a good week.
All right. Well, the PVDcast is my own personal podcasting project, which can be found at pvdcast.com. You know what? Liz, I'm standing up for you. I think that was rank of him to call you out on this.
She knows that we love her. And you could be doing 4 things, Liz.
Daniel Snow says, wait a minute, put that back up. 4 stars. I would have given it 5, but it wasn't the Tokyo Dome. We need to get Dave Meltzer on the show. That's what we need to do, right, Daniel? Anyways, where was I? Anyways, wrestling jokes get me all, discombobulated. Yeah, the PVD cast is my own personal podcasting project. It has nothing to do with these people all being in bed together. This is what bad episodes end up influencing us with. Anyways, right now, got a great conversation with a filmmaker by the name of Nick Leisure. He's got a new movie coming out, on March 20th called Golden. It stars Brian Austin Green, and we have a great little discussion about filmmaking. So check it out over at pvdcast.com or wherever you find great, awesome podcasts.
Yeah, we have him coming on 3 Geeks too very soon.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. And the project is really cool as well. So, check it out.
Well, everybody, I hope that you guys find another episode of Matlock to watch because they're all mostly good except for this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And as they say in court,
nothing further.